Have you ever noticed that if you give someone feedback about behavior, that the very first thing out of their mouth is generally quit being so judgy, or there's something along the lines of being judgy? So the question it poses naturally is it judgy to give feedback on behavior? Now, we can look at this a couple different ways, especially from a Christian perspective, but in all matters of life, the reality is we spend our lives giving feedback. If we didn't give feedback to kids, they would grow up to do things like pee in people's parking lots or throw garbage out their windows or do things that are contrary to societal norms. We also would raise people who just don't know how to function in a world that is guarded by things that have boundaries. So as Christians, how do we handle this? Well, first of all, we are allowed to give feedback to anyone on matters of life. It's not a judgment thing. It actually tells us that as iron sharpens iron, so one man sharpens another. We learn from each other. So there's an admonition to be open ourselves to feedback. Understanding that even when it stings, there's something to learn. But further, judging when it comes to sin is another thing that people say, oh, no, you can't judge me. It says in the Bible, do not judge. And that's often taken out of context. When the reality is we are called as Christians to another Christian. Don't do this to non-Christians because that's not what this is talking about. As a Christian to a non-Christian, we are called to walk alongside them, to demonstrate where they have strayed from the faith, to try to restore them gently, Jesus tells us. And if they are unwilling to listen, the Bible even has a process for how to engage with this person in a way to bring them along in the faith. So being judgy, maybe don't be judgy. It's not shaking a finger in condemnation, but it's more of the corrective action that leads to an outcome that brings them along in their faith in a positive way. Again, for those of us on the receiving end of it, it's hard. It doesn't always feel good. But it is for your benefit to be the recipient of this information to help you grow. Something to consider today from both sides. Blessings on you.